Hello, everybody out there. That was a terrible clap today, but we're gonna go with it anyways because we don't edit these videos. So for today's video, wanted to do a video on what is your 2-year plan. But before we get into the actual video, if you could please, real quick, just go down and... You thought I was gonna say like and subscribe. Nah, screw that shit. You know, I mean, you can like and subscribe if you want to, but if you could please share the video or tag your friends in it, that would be even better, whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, God knows where you're seeing this video, tag them in the video. The reason being is the mission of the Greater Than movement is to help improve 100 million people's lives, and that's 100 million people's lives. Small ways, big ways, and just maybe somewhere in the middle. Whether it's brightening someone's day or changing their life, changing their relationship with friends, family, significant other, whatever it may be, that is the goal. 100 million people. So the fastest way to get there is going to be if you can tag your friends that you think are going to enjoy this video, might get something good out of the video, or if you yourself just liked it and you don't know anybody who you think off the top of your head, still maybe tag some people, or you can share it the old-fashioned way and click the share button. However you're able to do it, I would greatly appreciate it. So, hopping into the actual video. When I say what is your 2-year plan, a lot of people are probably thinking like, well, where do you want to be in 2 years? And initially, yeah, that kind of is what your 2-year plan is, if you will. But when I'm talking about what is your 2-year plan, I really think it's a mentality. And it's something that I actually came up with a long time ago, probably about 10 years ago, which is kind of depressing when you think about it. It means I'm getting kind of old. But essentially, a while back, I started sitting there thinking, like, when I was in college, actually, like, is what I'm doing right now going to be positively impacting me in 2 years? I wasn't necessarily thinking about what I wanted to do in 2 years. I mean, I still had that vision in mind, but this is kind of like a duplicate, or kind of the cherry on top is, what am I doing right now, and is it going to benefit me? Is it going to help me get to my goal of where I want to get to in the next 2 years? And sometimes it's some generic stuff too, where it's like, is what I'm doing right now what I want to be doing in 2 years? This can apply to relationships, it can apply to stuff that you're doing inside of work, outside of work, inside of school, outside of school, whatever it may be. But is what I'm doing right now what I'm going to want to be doing in 2 years? Not even is it going to help me get to where I want to get to, but am I going to want to be doing this? So for example, kind of a random thing to talk about, but there was a job I was working and I really didn't like the job, made pretty good money, but I told myself, I was like, is this where I want to be in 2 years? Do I want to be working the same job? Even if I've gotten promoted, even if I'm making more money, but I'm still kind of miserable, like, is this what I want to do? And I realized, like, no, in 2 years, I don't want to be miserable. In 2 years, I don't want to work for this company. In 2 years, I don't even want to live in this state. So I had to start changing things around in my life. And you'll realize this is going to be the case in a lot of different things. Maybe for some people, maybe you smoke, or maybe you do other types of drugs, or maybe you party a lot. And, you know, like, I'm not saying any of those things are inherently bad, because everyone should do whatever you want to do. But ask yourself, do you want to be doing this in 2 years? Is this going to benefit you on top of that to get where you want to get in the next 2 years? And if the answers are no, if you're sitting there saying like, well, no, in 2 years, I really don't want to be going to raves and getting high all the time. Or no, in 2 years, I don't want to be in this relationship because my boyfriend or girlfriend or partner in general, they don't make me happy and it's not really where I want to be. Then you really have to reposition your life and change things around to make sure that you're getting to where you want to get to, and the things that you're doing right now are going to be what you want to do in the future. Now, again, I'm not going to say like, not all things can you just be like, ah, fuck it. If you go out and drink once in a while, you go out and party once in a while, or maybe you're working a job, but you know, like, you have to work this job for so long to get to the next job. Those are some things that maybe, you know, like, you can work around and it's not the end of the world. But some bigger things that possibly are going to be holding you back, or that aren't going to be benefiting you, and you're not going to want to do them in 2 years, then it's time to wash that shit up and get over it. But if it's not going to be a big deal right now, and it's not really going to impact you, or it's not really going to translate over, then maybe you let it go and it's okay. You keep doing it, have your fun, whatever it is. Because, you know, you get to live life once, so make sure that you do enjoy it. But again, it's really a mindset that you have to kind of like switch into. Because if you're not thinking this way, if you're only thinking day to day or month to month or even year to year, you're really not benefiting yourself. Now, there are some people who will tell you like, you got to look 5 years, 10 years, you know, you're the kid in high school and your dad or mom say you're going to be a doctor someday, and you're thinking about all this shit, you know, that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years away. You really got to take a step back and not look that far ahead, because if you are doing that, then you're not going to be doing anything fun. You're not going to be living any life right now. Everything you're doing is going to be focused on this one goal. And if that's the most important thing in the world to you, and that's what you want, then sure, live that life, go down that path. But if you're kind of undecided, or if you're getting pushed down a path and it's way, way down, then don't be looking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years into the future. but really having that 2-year mindset. Everything is in the 2-year rolling. So is what I'm doing right now going to benefit me in 2 years? Is what I'm doing right now going to be what I want to do in 2 years from now? Because again, like I said, you have to have some give and take, but if you have this mindset where you're constantly moving forward, you're constantly thinking about what you're doing right now, how it's going to positively or negatively impact you in 2 years, it'll drastically change the choices that you're making, and it'll drastically motivate you to do stuff that you don't want to do right now because it's what you need to do or what you need to stop doing to get to where you want to get to in 2 years. And again, this applies in all facets, whether it's work, school, relationships, losing weight even. It's the same thing if you want to lose weight. If you're eating shitty food right now and you know that you should be cutting it out because you want to lose weight, well, you got to ask yourself, in 2 years, are you going to want to be, well, not even do you want to be, in 2 years, excuse me, can you still be eating this crappy food and not be working out and have lost the weight you want to lose in 2 years? No. And even if you are, on the road to losing weight, same thing. If you start falling off the wagon, you got to ask yourself, like, is me doing this going to benefit me of getting to my goal? Whatever your goal may be. And again, this applies to everything in life. It's just having this constant 2-year rolling mentality. At the end of the day, this isn't a super long video, but I did think it was something that I've kind of like held near and dear to my heart for the last, 10 years or so, and I've really applied it to my choices. And again, it's not every single little nitpicky thing, but really just having the broad picture of where you want to get to, and is the stuff you're doing right now going to help you get there? And is the stuff you're doing right now going to be what you want to do in 2 years? Because if it's not for either of those things, then you have to, you have to readjust. Don't want to draw the video out too much longer. Did want to get this out there. Think it's a very positive mindset, very beneficial, and will help get a lot of people on track. At the end of the day, again, the whole idea of doing these videos, the whole idea of the greater than movement, the whole purpose behind it is that what I said at the beginning of the video is to help 100 million people. If you did get anything out of this video, if you think it'll help somebody else, if you just want to just help the channel out, help me out, help the movement out on all the different platforms, again, please share it. Again, if you do want to like and subscribe, you can. I never ask anybody to because I hate people that do the like and subscribe at the beginning and at the end of the video, and it drives me fucking insane. It's the same thing with all the edit cuts. If you watch these videos, normally I do them live on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, and Saturdays kind of between 12 and 1 p.m. Central Time. And if you watch the live streams, they're exactly the same as the YouTube videos because I don't edit anything. I don't want to have edit cuts. I don't want to be full of shit. I just want to be able to talk about what I want to talk about, not BS anybody, help improve 100 million people's lives, small, big, in normal ways, and just try and make a difference on this earth. So that's what I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Normally at the end of the live streams, I do answer live questions, but obviously this isn't a live stream because it's only my second video being back, so I kind of want to get into the flow. If you guys do want to ask questions, you can drop them to me in a DM, or you can comment on the YouTube video. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch TV. You can message me on any of those platforms, whether it's questions about relationships, family, friends, school, fitness, whatever you have questions about. Like, that's the whole point of doing this. Like I said, normally I answer them live and answer a few live questions at the end of each stream, but obviously I won't be able to do that today. So if you have questions about this topic or any topic you want to ask about, it's what I want to do, is be able to answer those questions and again help people get better perspective, change their lives, change their relationships, change their mindset, and just really, like I said, help 100 million people in a multitude of different ways. So again, thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic night, fantastic evening. Stay healthy, stay safe. Remember, above all, be greater than. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.